Okay, today we're going to plant some asparagus. There's two ways you can plant your asparagus. You can either sow them by seed, or what I have here now are some 2-year crowns that rooted vines from the asparagus plant that are much faster than for them to get to this stage by sowing them from seed. So before you plant the asparagus crowns, you need to soak them in some water. And like I have here, I soaked them kind of overnight to loosen up the vines because they come dried and packaged in some dirt. And so you gotta loosen them, the asparagus vines, rooted vines out before you plant them in the ground. I have two varieties of asparagus that I'm gonna plant today. I have the Jersey Knight and the Mary Washington asparagus type. Okay, let me go prepare my garden bed for these crowns. This top part here is the crown and have all of these rooted vines growing from it. And you have to spread them out into your garden bed and so they can grow deep down into the soil. So let me get ready to plant these asparagus crowns. Okay, I prepared my garden bed to plant my asparagus crowns. I got mounds, 3 mounds that I dug out that I'm gonna cross over the asparagus crown vines across it, spread them out, and then you cover it over with some more dirt for them to grow. In the front here, I'm gonna add some marigolds. Here's my orange tree. And I planted my apple cocktail tree. Got it in the ground. Okay, apple cocktail. Grow all those apples, different apples for me. And over here, I planted my eggplants. Got about 7 of them spread out here. Can't wait for them to grow. Okay, I have my asparagus crowns spread out on top of the mounds that I built. Got the vines spread out so they can get down deep into that soil when they start growing. Okay. Got the Mary Washington asparagus here in the back. They have the Jersey Knights here in the front. The Jersey Knights look like they have some long vines on them compared to the Mary Washington ones. I'm gonna see what the difference is gonna be when they start growing, how the spears are gonna look, the difference in the spears once they start growing. And they say this is the 2-year crown that I have spread out here. I have to wait another year before I harvest them. Give them another year in the ground to grow. So maybe next spring, it'll be time for me to harvest some good asparagus spears. I should have a lot of them growing up out of the soil here. Now I gotta just cover them up with some dirt and wait patiently for them to grow. Okay, asparagus crowns. Grow a lot of asparagus for my family. And they said once you grow the asparagus, you could have asparagus spears coming up for about 20 years. They will continue to come back for 20 or more years. That's why you got to make sure you have a good spot that you want to plant them in, because they're going to continue to keep coming up every year to feed your family. Okay, asparagus. Get y'all covered up and watch y'all grow. Okay, I have the asparagus all covered up with the soil on top of them. They're in their new home. Should I say their permanent home for many, many years to come, to grow us some asparagus spears. I know we're going to enjoy them once they start coming up. My family likes asparagus. There's my eggplants over here. Okay, my apple tree and my orange tree. Y'all next to the asparagus bed. I'm going to add some flowers here in the front row. Some marigolds and some lavender flowers. Gonna look beautiful. Can't wait to see the asparagus spears grow next spring.